Okay, welcome to all of our students coming into the Virtual College Exploration Day for New Jersey students. As we are getting ready to get started, you will see that you're muted and your video is off. That means our panelists cannot hear or see you during this session. So if you do have any questions you'd like to ask, please make sure to put that into the Q&A button and our panelists will be able to answer those questions for you. If you'd like to sign up for any additional sessions or view any recordings from this week or last week, feel free to do so at njacac.org/virtualfair. I am going to turn it over to our panelists and they will get started.
Alrighty, guys, let me get my screen up. In the meantime, Vanessa, do you want to introduce yourself really quick?
Yes, of course. So I want to thank everyone again for joining us today for our information session. My name is Vanessa Deverix, our lead admissions counselor. Here again, I am our alum both for undergraduate and graduate, and I also have presenting with me Sharice Jackson.
Hey guys, my name is Sharice Jackson. I am the EOF admissions counselor here at Montclair State University. Just like Vanessa, I am also an alum. I graduated in 2018 with my bachelor's degree, and I'm currently in grad school at the university. So I definitely think you have the two best people here. We really know Montclair inside and out, both as a student and a professional. So we're gonna jump right into the presentation. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to utilize the Q&A function and we'll get through as many questions as our time today will allow us.
Okay, so perfect. Let's get started and just give you some overview about Montclair State University. If you're not familiar with Montclair State, we were established in 1908. We only had one building on campus and we've quickly grown since then. Now we serve over 21,000 students on campus, 17,000 undergraduates, about 3,100 students you'll see in a freshman class. But even though we are a large university for the state of New Jersey, the second largest, we're actually a medium-sized institution nationally. But although the numbers scare you, we actually are a smaller size institution, again, medium-sized. In your classes, you're going to see around 23 to 25 students, probably similar to what you would have seen in your high schools now. So 17:1 student-faculty ratio. It's really nice to be able to get to know some faces in your classes as well as your cohort and throughout your major. And speaking of majors, we have about 300 of them. You'll see our different majors, minors, concentrations. We'll go over about what you can do in our most popular programs here at Montclair State in a little bit. And for our students that do attend here, we like to see around a 3.2, 3.3 average. It's about a B+ or 88, depending on your school. And then for our students that do attend here, we see out of the 17,000, about 5,300 do live on campus, which is nice. It's bigger than some schools in the state. And our campus does overlook the New York City skyline. So 252 acres spanning New York City skyline, only, let's say 12 miles away, 30 minutes away if you're traveling by car. We do have the 2 NJ train stations right here on campus, as well as the bus service here. So it's highly accessible to students. Right off Route 46, Route 3, if you're familiar with the area.
I'm muted, sorry. So a couple of things we are really proud about here at Montclair State. The first one is being 18 years in a row, we were rated the top 100 colleges for Hispanics by Hispanic Outlook in Higher Education. We really take this seriously. We are a Hispanic serving institution. We do a Hispanic Student College Institute every year. This summer was the 4th year we've actually done this program where we invite students onto our campus. They get to do some workshops, mix and mingle with other students. So it is a really good opportunity, but we are really proud about this here. Another accolade that we're really proud of is we are extremely inclusive and diverse here at Montclair State University. So Campus Pride actually rated us the best out of the best for the top 25 LGBTQ friendly campuses in the nation, which is huge. At Montclair, we welcome you no matter what you are, who you identify. We really embrace our diverse culture here at the university. We are really strong in our academics as well. We were rooted and we are stemmed in education. So we're actually ranked 14 nationwide for graduate programs in elementary education and secondary education. And we are also really, really great at College of the Arts. That entire school has such great programs. But specifically, we were rated #5 in the nation for our dance BFA program. So a lot of really cool and exciting things happening here at Montclair State University. And here are a couple of our buildings. So the first one is going to be CELS. We call it CELS for short. It stands for the Center of Environmental Life Sciences. This is a new hub for the sciences here. This building was built from the ground up and it was opened in the fall of 2015. So as you can see, this is a picture of our building. It is extremely aesthetically pleasing. There's a lot of greenery outside the entire building surrounding it. And we are really green and eco-friendly in this building specifically, and we're trying to do so throughout the whole campus. So we are LEED certified, LEED, which means that the temperature and the lighting is actually controlled by how many people are in that building, which is really cool. So if there are any students on this call that are interested in chemistry, biology, environmental sciences, marine biology and coastal sciences, sustainability science, anything like that, you will be spending some time here in CELS.
All right, thank you, Sheree. So this is my favorite building on campus. I love the School of Communication and Media. And the reason why I love it so much is that it is extremely advanced for the technology we have in it. We're actually partnering with Sony Electronics. So what you're gonna see in this facility are gonna be different control panel rooms as 4K and HD technology you wouldn't normally see. If you're interested in majors such as filmmaking, public relations, communication, media arts, communication studies, journalism, TV, digital media, again, any of these concentrations or majors, this is definitely a school for you. We see here in some of the pictures here, we have some of our news labs, we have integrated film screening rooms, we have a Foley stage. For those who don't know, it's where sound effects are made for filmmaking, broadcast studios, we have our own radio station, we have our own newspaper. And what's really great about the School of Communication Media Arts is that not only do we have this advantage with the Sony partnership, but also you're going to see your coursework is going to be embedded in what you're going to be doing hands-on. So this is really great for anyone in the School of Communication and Media. And additionally, because we're only 12 miles away from New York City, you are going to see a lot of internship and career opportunities from this school. So if you're interested in anything like this, we're going to go over quickly about the admissions process. But again, any questions about any academics, definitely put it in the Q&A so we could get to it later after the presentation.
Awesome. So next we have our School of Nursing. The nursing program actually launched just 3 years ago, so it is a new program at our university. We waited to bring it onto campus so that we can update our facility so it can be a state-of-the-art facility. So for example, we have anatomy laboratories, nursing skills laboratories, and healthcare laboratories. We also have simulation rooms with high-fidelity mannequins that the students actually get to practice on. So you can take their temperature, you can take their blood pressure, they run fevers and everything. So the mannequins really do help our students with that hands-on learning. And we have technologically advanced classroom spaces throughout the whole building. Our nursing program, because it is brand new, the facility is brand new, and our professors are top-notch, is a very competitive program. So any incoming freshman students that are interested in nursing, you must do so by a specific deadline that we will get into a little bit later. But the program only admits between 50 and 60 freshmen per year. So it is really important to adhere to the specific deadlines. But if you're interested in nursing, Montclair State University is definitely a place to be for that specific field.
Another building on campus, this is one has been renovated, the Computer and Information Sciences. We call it CSIS for short. What's really nice about this is that one of our programs, computer science, has really taken off in recent years. So this is actually competing to be in one of our top 5 programs. It is also a program that you could do a joint or combined degree with. So we wanted to have demand and build another facility for this just for you guys. So if you're interested in computer science, cybersecurity, data science, this is going to be a space for you. Again, this is where that Sony Electronics partnership is going to come in play. It's going to have that advanced technology you're going to see in your classrooms. You're going to have specialized instruction and spaces fitted for you so that way you could work again, in your major for this. So this is something that's really exciting because it used to be previously in one building, now has its own entire facility just dedicated to computer and information sciences.
Next, we have College Hall. This is a building we are really excited about. Earlier, when Vanessa started the presentation and mentioned that there was only one building on campus, this was it. So obviously, since we opened in 1908, we've had countless renovations and constructions of this building, but the newest construction is going to be built for our one-stop enrollment shop. So this basically means that students can go to College Hall and they can get everything taken care of. If they have some credits that they took before they came here, they can stop by the admissions office. If they want to add a major or a minor, they need to get a transcript, they can stop to the registrar's office. We have student accounts, dean of students, EOF, disability resource center, the list goes on and on. So basically all of our student services are going to be housed under one roof so that students can go to just one place and get everything taken care of. Our office specifically is going to be here, so we are very excited for the opening of this building. And there's also going to be a Panera on the first floor, which who doesn't love Panera?
All right, so what can you study at Montclair State? Again, I did mention over 300 different programs, majors, minors, and concentrations. So we're gonna get a little bit about some of our most popular programs and what you could do at Montclair. So the most popular programs you'll see here in the left-hand column. I would say definitely top 5 always gonna be psychology, justice studies, biology, business accounting, and you'll see here 2 majors that say family science and educational foundations. You could just lump them in with teacher education as one of our top 5. And then we have some, I would say, in recent years, just exponentially growing programs, exercise science and in communications as well. So a lot of our students do choose some of these majors when they apply, but we have about 1/3 of our class that does come in undeclared. So if you're not really sure what you want to do yet, that's completely fine. We have this pre-major program called the Undeclared Discovery Program. So this is pretty cool. It's really recent. And the goal of the program is to pair you up with what you're interested in and try to see if through coursework and through programming, you can narrow down your college major without having that commitment as a freshman. So for example, I know I want to help people. I'm not really sure yet if I want to be a teacher, but I know I want to go into the service field. I might choose education, service, and society. I'm still going to do coursework in those related majors that still count for graduation. You're going to have your home in our college hall, which has just got renovated. And you're also going to have programming related to career, like career searches. What can you do in those majors as careers? And you're also going to have the cohort that also is coming to Montclair State that are just like you in that program. So you're going to meet different people. It's very exciting. And again, the goal is that when you have to declare a major, by the time you become a junior, you're confident in that decision. You know, maybe you took a few teacher education classes or you took a few psychology classes and go, oh, not for me. And then you can switch between the different programs as well. So that way you're a little bit more confident in your decision and then you could go forward with declaring a major. So we're very excited about this program. Again, we have about 1/3 of our class that does come in undeclared. So don't feel alone if you're not sure what you want to do yet. And on the right-hand side, we do have about 39 different combined degree programs, and we have 4+1 programs. So the difference is that combined degree programs, you could receive your 5-year degree, which would be your bachelor's and master's. So within that 5 years, you'll get both degrees. You're going to save time because you're going to combine some of your classes for the graduate school as you're an undergraduate, and you're going to save money as well. And for the combined degrees, we call them the 5-year combined degrees, you're going to apply for these as you're applying to Montclair State University. Whereas the 4+1 programs, you're going to see here the listed majors for them. They're mostly in the humanities section, some are not, but you're going to apply for this program as a current student, typically in your junior year. And you'll get your degree in the major you chose, and then you'll have the master's in business administration for your final year. So combined degree, the 5-year bachelor's master's, you're getting the same degree. So for example, one of our most popular ones is accounting, the 5-year program. You're going to get your bachelor's and master's in accounting. Whereas if you do the 4+1, you'll get your bachelor's in, say, if you did the psychology, your bachelor's in psychology, your master's in business administration. So to try to give you a competitive edge or highlight, we do offer all these unique programs. And it's pretty cool too that when you apply to Montclair State University, you're going to see that drop down in the academic page. So if you're applying for psychology, you're going to see psychology, and then you'll see psychology combined degree. And then say you missed it when you first applied, it'll actually ask you a question. Hey, there's a combined degree program for this. Are you interested in it? Yes or no? So this way, if it's something you are, if it's something you want to do, you'll be able to apply for it directly into your application.
Awesome. Just as important as academics to me personally is getting involved on campus. This could definitely make or break your college experience. So I always encourage all students that I speak with to get involved at your university. I was previously a student here, so I am biased. I was definitely involved in a lot of things, but that's why I really, really enjoyed my particular college experience. So for example, at Montclair State, it is extremely easy to get involved, and you can do so in multiple ways. So the first way is to join a club or an organization. We have over 120 of them on campus. If you don't see anything in that extremely long list, you can actually create your own. And we really encourage students' creativity during this process. So all you need are 9 other friends, a faculty member, and you can create any club or organization that you like. If you're interested in Greek life, we have 34 fraternities and sororities. If you're interested in athletics, we have a variety of ways to get involved for sports. So first, we have 18 Division III athletic teams. Second, we have 38 intramural and club sports. Intramural sports are just for fun. So this is Montclair students playing Montclair students. So you and a group of your classmates, maybe your roommates, maybe some people that you met literally the next day, the day of. You want to sign up for, we have intramural soccer, we have flag football, we have volleyball, a bunch of different things. So you can sign up and just play with other Montclair students, getting out there and having fun in between classes. Club sports, you are still going to be playing other schools and universities, so it is competitive. Some of these teams you are going to have to try out for because you have that competitive aspect, but to compare it to a college, to a high school scenario, club sports would be equivalent to a JV, Division III would be equivalent to a varsity. So that's the easiest way to make that comparison. So if you do want to get involved in any of those ways, you can do so here utilizing our sports. Study abroad, touchy topic, obviously, with the current climate of the world, right? So once it is 100%, 150% safe, we are really going to be welcoming our students back out into the world. But I just want to touch upon study abroad because we have a really great program here. So specifically, we sent students to over 60 different countries. Some of the most popular destinations our students like to travel to are England, Italy, Spain, France, and Australia. And our students have completed over 200 different academic programs. Some of these programs you could use federal student aid. Some of these programs are an exact exchange, which means that you wouldn't be paying anything more than the same Montclair State tuition. So again, once the world gets back to some sort of normalcy and it is safe to travel again, please get some more information about our study abroad program because that is a great opportunity. And next would be housing. We do have 10 residence halls on campus. So a lot of different types and styles of livings that our students can choose from. And freshman housing, as well as sophomore, junior, and senior housing is guaranteed as long as you pay the housing deposit on time. That is the key thing that a lot of people need to really pay attention to, is you must pay that housing deposit by the deadline in order for your housing to be guaranteed.
All right, thank you so much. So who applies to Montclair State? We do see our applications usually around 13, 17 for, again, that 3,100 students that are going to be your freshman class. And of course, we do see from every single county of New Jersey, a handful of different states and countries. So again, very diverse campus here at Montclair State, which is what we love so much about our campus, what we call our home. Okay. So let's go into some more details. Very exciting news is that you could apply Montclair State through our website and now on Common App. So we're very excited to start that Common App partnership. So you could even though you could apply both ways, it doesn't matter which way you apply, either way will still get you to us. Just make sure, as always, when you're applying, you do follow the directions to submit your application. So what do you need to complete this application, whether through Common App or Montclair State's website? You need to submit that, and then you would send your $65 application fee. If you are eligible for a fee waiver, it would show up in your application. You'd be able to click yes or no, or if you have an SAT College Board waiver. So once you submit your application, you have your application fee. you're able to log back into your application and see what's missing. It'll have a big red X on it. Your transcript and your letter of recommendation, you always want to tell your guidance counselor or school counselor, hey, I'm applying to Montclair State. Be able to send your official high school transcript and letter of recommendation. Also, due to COVID-19, we are trying to be extremely flexible with our applications. So with the official high school transcript, it is best to have your guidance counselor send it, but you do have an option to upload your transcript. Again, once you submit it, you'll be able to upload different material. So besides your high school transcript and letter of recommendation from your school counselor, you'll be able to upload your essay. Your essay is required if you're in College of the Arts or nursing. It is optional, but strongly recommended if you're in any other major. And then for SATs, ACTs, we've been test optional for about 5 years now. So the scores can never hurt you if you do send them in, but they are very minimal, I'm going to say, in determining your decision from Montclair State. But again, they are optional. It doesn't count against you if you don't submit them. It can't hurt you if you do submit them. If you're thinking about transferring to Montclair State after taking another 4-year or 2-year school, it's the same process. Just remember, you need to submit your college transcript as well. So now that you have a complete application, what do you need to be accepted? Montclair State always reviews holistically. So while we don't have a minimum GPA, we have an average GPA, again, around a 3.3, but some of our majors do require a 3.0. So on the bottom here, you'll see these are mostly for transfer students, but freshman does have some majors that require a 3.0. That'd be in accounting, business, family science, jurisprudence. Those do require a 3.0. Say you don't have a 3.0 GPA, we're still going to look to see if you're admissible to the university. So if you don't meet the requirements for business or requirements for nursing, we're always going to see if you're admissible to the university, and then offer your decision as undeclared. And then from there, you could decide if you want a different major or not. And then for students, again, I want to say the most important and main criteria we're going to look for is your transcript. So in your transcript, we're going to look, of course, for your academic GPA. And for those that are lower than 3.3 or 3.0 average, we're really going to look and see how well you're doing year to year. So maybe you're that freshman that didn't do so well, but you've really improved since on. We're going to see that. And then very important too, your classes that you're taking in your junior and senior year. So this is what you need to be accepted as a Red Hawk. And we do notify all of our students online. So your online application is your entire portal. You'll receive your online decision letter at the time of admission. You'll get an email that says Montclair status update. That means you have your decision. And then we'll go into our deadlines for you in a second.
All right, so this slide is actually extremely important. So if you do want to take a picture of it, please feel free. It will be accessible later, but deadlines are really important. So with that, when you're applying to our school or any school, please check the email address that you're using and you're putting on the application. We are going to try and contact you. Please check and answer the phone number that you put on the application. We want to help you through this process as much as you want to get yourself into these different schools. So with that being said, our first deadline is the priority deadline. Our priority deadline is December 1st. We are not early action. We are not early decision. At Montclair State University, we are priority. This means if you apply by December 1st, you are guaranteed a non-binding decision by December 23rd. So non-binding means you do not have to come here if you get accepted. We want to make it, again, as flexible and as easy for you. So if you do get accepted to the university, you have the choice and you have the option whether you want to come to Montclair, and hopefully you choose to come to our school. Next would be our nursing deadline. I'm sorry, guys, this is supposed to be January 15th. Our nursing deadline is January 15th. This means if you are interested in our Bachelor's of Science in Nursing program, you must apply by the 15th of January. Again, the program is extremely competitive. We only admit about 50 to 60 students per year. So all applications for nursing must be in by January 15th, and you will be notified before the month of February. Next is our scholar. What happened?
I just want to say too, but we do encourage you to apply as early as possible for nursing.
Of course, of course. Next would be our scholarship applicants. Everybody should be interested in a scholarship. A scholarship means free money, and we definitely do have some to offer here at Montclair State. The next slide goes into specifics about the scholarship, but I'm just going to talk about the deadline. So if you're interested in the scholarship, we have one scholarship for incoming students only, and you must apply by January 15th. So I encourage all of you to apply by priority, because applying by December 1st means you will automatically get a decision by December 23rd, and you'll be considered for our scholarship because it's before January 15th. And our last deadline is March 1st. This is the last possible day that any current seniors in high school right now can apply to the university. And you will receive a decision 2 to 4 weeks after your application is complete. This means we have those 4 things: your essay, your letter of recommendation, your transcript, and your $65 application fee or fee waiver. This means we have all 4 of them and your application is complete. Once all of those documents have been received by us, then 2 to 4 weeks after that date will you receive a admissions decision from us. And if there are any transfer students on this call, the deadlines are as follows. So for spring admission, which would be a January start, the deadline is November 15th. And for fall admission, which would be a September start, the deadline is April 15th. And again, everybody receives a decision approximately 2 to 4 weeks after your application is complete. I want to mention a little bit about financial aid, because I think that's also important. About 71% of our students receive some form of aid, which could be a grant, a loan, a scholarship, or federal aid itself. So it's really, really important to complete your FAFSA, which is the free application for federal student aid. We have right here a deadline of February 1st for priority, but the FAFSA, if there's any seniors right now on this call, the FAFSA opened on October 1st. So if you're interested in coming to Montclair in the next 2 semesters, you can apply for the FAFSA right now. So I encourage you all to do so as soon as possible. So this is a little bit information about the merit scholarship that we offer here at Montclair. So it is called our Presidential Scholars Program. This is for high achieving New Jersey residents, and they will receive $5,000 annually for 4 years, which is a total of $20,000 from us. Students that are eligible need to have at least a 3.5 out of a 4.0 on an unweighted scale, and they need to have some rigorous coursework on their schedule. Maybe that looks like honors classes, maybe some AP, maybe dual enrollment, maybe additional years of a language, not just level 1 or 2, any science classes past the chemistry, any math classes past algebra 2. That's what we're looking for. So if you apply by January 15th, you will automatically be considered for this scholarship. It is not an automatic thing we give out. If you have 1 or 2 honors classes and a 3.6, you have to apply and you will be considered. We, at the end of the day, have the choice of who our scholarship recipients are. And there is no special application required. Just submit by January 15th and you will automatically be reviewed for the scholarship while you're being reviewed for admission. If you have any questions about that, again, please put that in the Q&A, but that is how our merit scholarship works. And lastly, this is important too, this is the fees. How much does it cost to attend Montclair State? So in-state tuition and fees is gonna be a little bit over $13,000, which is a total of $13,071. Out-of-state tuition and fees is going to be a little over $21,000 for a total of $21,031. And room and board at Montclair State University is $16,193. These prices can be found on our website. Prices of each and every single residence hall can be found on our website. More information about meal plans and different costs can also be found on montclair.edu. And feel free to come to our website and experience us virtually. We have an open house coming up in about a week and a half. We have another one in November. We have special topic webinars done by the counselors ourselves. We have a virtual campus experience, interactive campus map. So please come to our website. We really worked very hard on this for you guys so that you can experience us virtually. So please feel free to register for any events that we have going on resources for prospective students on our website. And now we are going to give it up to you guys. So we are going to take this time to go through our Q&A. This is our contact information that I'm going to leave up for about a minute or two. So if you guys have any questions, you could always feel free to reach out to Vanessa or myself. Deverexv@montclair.edu is Vanessa's email, and jacksonch@montclair.edu is my email. We are gonna go through the Q&A. Vanessa, did you want to start, and then we could just kind of go back and forth?
Yeah, can you start? I was answering one question in the middle of answering.
Yes, that's completely fine. So I have a question here about study abroad. For the study abroad program, is the tuition the same when you are going to different countries, and does your financial aid grant transfer over? So depending on the location, the amount of the trip may be different. So for each semester, there are a set number of trips that we usually go on. Depending on, again, where you're going, it may be a little bit more money, maybe a little bit less money. And that's determined by our Office of International Engagement. And secondly, does your financial aid grant transfer over? So financial aid for your tuition is different than financial aid for study abroad. There's a separate portion of financial aid that you can apply for study abroad. So those amounts are different. Okay. So.
All right, let's see. Some good questions in here. And study abroad. Specialized or accelerated medical programs. So we do have a few articulation programs, but for the medical program, we do only have one. It's the 8-year BS, the MD program. So it's the Health Careers Program at Montclair State University. There are special admissions requirements, and it is the one that does require an SAT, ACT scores. Sharice, do you know a little bit more about that? Because I know in the application, it will ask you if you're interested in the program if you select a biology-related major.
Right. I think you hit the nail on the head, Vanessa. Just clicking that interest, because just like Vanessa said, there is going to be a portion. Are you interested in pre-med? We have pre-med advisory here. We also do have an 8-year BS MD program. This is for low income, disadvantaged financially students. So if you do fall in this bracket where your finances are a little bit lower, we do have a program for low income students. But as far as a regular BS MD program, we have advisory for that. So next would be, there's a question about deadlines for theater programs. Deadlines for your audition would be a little bit different. So if you are interested in theater, you must submit an audition tape to our College of the Arts faculty. They will let you know when you need to send that in by. But as far as application deadlines, follow the same deadlines that were on that slide. So priority December 1st. If you're interested in the scholarship, January 15th, but then the final day to apply is March 1st. Did you want to add something, Vanessa?
Yeah, for College of the Arts. So again, after you apply and submit your application to Montclair, if you're in a specialized program such as dance, musical theater, any of those, or music, you're going to see that you are required to have an audition. Due to COVID-19, we do have all virtual auditions. So you're going to upload it, like Sherry said. Again, it's going to show up in your application that you need to sign up for your date. And the date that you choose is the date you need to, pretty much have your audition tape by, so that way faculty can review you. I would say the only thing that would be live or in person is our partner if you have a unified. So if you're attending a unified, that is in person, and you'd have to specify that in your application. Again, anytime you submit your application, any specialized programs will have where you have to upload a portfolio or an audition, and then your next steps. So be very, always read your application very carefully. Oh, and one thing too, musical theater is fall admit only. So I just wanted to, just in case, have some musical theater interest in here. Okay.
Awesome, Vanessa, thank you for that. There's a question about partnerships with other colleges for medical school. That's a great question for our biology department. Us as admissions, we send students to medical school. I personally have friends that have gone to medical school that did a biology degree here at Montclair State, but I am not positive right now of any specific partnerships that we may have. But please feel free to reach out to our biology department. They would definitely know firsthand, specific schools that our students go to, or any different trends in medical schools. Reach out to our biology department and they can answer your question for that.
Okay, So we have a question, if we only accept one essay or more than two. So generally you are going to submit one essay for Montclair State. If you're applying through Common App, you could submit your Common App essay, that's fine. Again, if you're applying through Montclair's website, it's optional except for nursing and College of the Arts. So generally you'd only need to apply for the one. If you're in the School of Communication you're applying, you're going to have very specific essay prompts, and they're going to be, it's one essay, but it's several different short answer prompts in there. Again, any major that has a specialized prompt, it'll say in red, select your prompt here, and you'll see a list of majors that has their own prompts. So School of Communications, College of the Arts, nursing, you are going to have a very specialized essay prompt. Everyone else, you could submit the general essay that's either on Common App or through our Montclair State website.
Awesome. And just piggybacking off of that really quick, because I just scrolled down and there was a question about, do we have to submit a COVID essay? No, you do not. We do not require a specific essay on COVID-19. Just like Vanessa said, answer the Common App prompt or answer our prompt, but you do not have to answer or submit a COVID specific essay. No. There was a question, hi, do you need to major in theater to participate in productions? That is a very good question, and the answer is no. You do not have to be a theater major to participate in productions. We have productions that go on that are academic based, so maybe you're a theater minor and you want to do it, maybe you're a theater major, but we also have many different clubs that put on different plays and productions outside of the classroom that are extracurricular that you can get involved in, and you do not have to be a theater major.
Oh yeah, and they're huge. One's co-players. They do Homecoming. They usually do Rocky Horror Picture Show. They have different events throughout. We are getting very big with College of the Arts, so something you could do for fun. I already answered this for nursing. Yes, it has its own essay prompt. You're going to ask specifically why you want to be in that field for nursing. So on your application, you will see that prompt when you apply.
Next question is, once admitted, are classes competitive to get into? Yeah, they are, and then that's at every school. Your schedule will be made for you for your entire freshman year, so you do not have to worry about picking classes until your sophomore year, actually. So when you, again, get admitted to Montclair State University, you will be given a schedule for your freshman fall semester and your freshman spring semester, and then you can choose your classes. Otherwise, you will have a specific date and time to choose classes. So not that it's competitive, it's just strategic the way we do our classes, but that's literally at every single school as well.
Okay.
How accessible is Montclair for daily commuters? Extremely accessible. We have, I can't even tell you how many parking lots we have. We have so many different parking lots. We have shuttle buses that will bring you from parking lots to the main campus. All commuter students must purchase a parking pass. And then once you do this online, you can literally park in any commuter lot. But again, we have countless lots, and they are extremely accessible for all commuter students.
Okay, so we have a question about applying for specific majors. If you're applying as a freshman psychology major, do I apply in the application or for the combined program? So again, for the combined programs, you would apply for that at the time of your application. So as an incoming freshman, you will apply. So your application, it'll ask you what academic program are you interested in. If you click psychology, you'll see a drop down psychology, and then you'll see psychology combined 5-year. So you would want to apply for that again at the time of your application to Montclair State. And this is because we do have very strict curriculum. So there might not be an opportunity for you to apply later on. It would really depend on the program.
Awesome. So the next one is it fine to turn in the application without the FAFSA for priority? So it's actually fine to turn in the application without the FAFSA for any date, but the priority date is December 1st, and the FAFSA is available now. So there is no reason why you couldn't do both and submit them at the same time. But to answer your specific question, you can turn in the application without submitting your FAFSA, yes. But I encourage you to fill out the FAFSA as soon as possible. Seriously, guys. It's just a long document, and it takes your attention, and it's very detail oriented. So even just starting it log in, make an account, look at what you have to do so that you're aware of everything you need to fill out. I'm trying to prepare you. Trust me here.
Do we have an orchestra? So yes, we do. We have many different orchestras at Montclair State. So you could be competitive in the music, actual major, and go for different orchestra levels that we have. Or you could join pep band. You also don't need to be major for certain orchestras. Some you do, some are a little bit more competitive than others. I'll see if I try to find it if we have time on the music webpage. We do have the different types, so I'll try to send that to you. But if you just go to College of the Arts or just type in music, you'll be able to see the About Us, and it'll have the different orchestras.
Awesome. Are there any external scholarships that we can apply for? Of course, whatever scholarship that you want to apply for, literally iStart as easy as scholarships.com, fastweb.com. If you have a scholarship that you got from your high school or from your community college, we accept all outside scholarships. We just need the paperwork for that scholarship. So when they awarded you the X amount of money for X amount of time, we just need that documentation, but we will accept any external scholarship that you guys may receive.
There was a good question about are internships required for some majors. Some will have it built into your curriculum. So again, if you're applying to Montclair State or you're just interested in a different major at Montclair State, you could type it right into the search and it's going to show you what is required to graduate from Montclair. So I know when I was public health, I did have a required internship experience. Teacher education has required internships. So some of them do. I know some in marine biology as well have required fieldwork experiences. They're usually a little bit later in your curriculum, maybe in your junior and senior year. But again, any student can browse this. So if you type in psychology, biology, any major, it'll say view curriculum, and you'll actually see and be able to highlight which class, and it'll show you what the class is about and what you'd be studying for the 4 years here.
Great. So there's a question, is there a political science program? Yes, we have a political science 4-year degree. We also have a 5-year combined degree program. So you'd be doing a major, a bachelor's in political science, and then a master's in law and governance. So yes, we do have political science here.
Okay. And then are there opportunities for honors or accelerated coursework at Montclair State? So we do have an honors program you could apply to Montclair State here, and also for accelerated coursework. I'm not sure if you mean by dual enrollment program. We have an early college program if you're a junior, rising senior, but if you've taken dual enrollment classes at another college university, you would definitely want to send in that official transcript because you could receive college credit for those courses. So we want to maybe talk a little bit more about that. You might want to be a little bit more specific, but yes, we do accept accelerated coursework. You would get a credit evaluation for that.
Awesome. There's a question, if you live on campus, are you still able to get a parking pass? All residents on campus must have 30 credits in order to purchase a parking pass. So normally freshmen are not coming in with 30 credits. So they normally do not have their cars on campus. Again, this is for residents. Once you do have 30 credits, you can purchase a parking pass. Okay.
Okay, answering a question about the 4+1. Let's see.
Awesome.
Okay, so for the 4+1 programs, those are going to be as a current student. So it is different from the combined degree. Combined 5-year degree, you're going to apply at the time of admission to Montclair State. The 4+1 is going to be while you're at Montclair State, typically at the end of your junior year.
There's a question about our career center. How's your career center? We have a career service center for actually each college and school at the university. So our School of Business, our College of Humanities and Social Sciences, College of the Arts, each specific college and school you can go to, they have people that will work on your resume with you, cover letters. They'll help you obtain internships, as Vanessa was talking about earlier, different experiences like that. So our career centers are top notch. We actually have a service called Hire a Red Hawk within our own college at Montclair State University, where you can get jobs on campus and off campus through there. So our career center is actually top notch.
I think we're almost out of time here.
Yep. So we thank you guys for coming and learning a little bit more about Montclair State. I know we literally have 1 minute, but Vanessa and I enjoyed ourselves talking to you guys. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out via email. We will be happy to assist you with anything moving forward.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Okay, thank you so much for everyone to join us, and thank you to our panelists. That was a great presentation to learn more about Montclair. This is just a little bit of recap. So thank you again for joining us today. When you close out, you will have a 4-question survey to appear. So please make sure to fill that out. If you'd like to sign up for any more sessions either today or tomorrow, or view any of the recordings of the sessions from this week or last week, you can find those at njacac.org/virtual fair. Thank you and have a great night.
Thank you guys.